Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Excellency, the Secretary General of the Arab League praises the role played by the Sultanate to support international peace and stability. The Sultanate witnesses an annular solar eclipse in a rare astronomical phenomenon. And the 13th Oman honey market showcases Sultanate's best quality product. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now live from this news center here, we present to you the details. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harb Al Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, received His Excellency Ahmed Abul Ghaid, Secretary General of the Arab League. During the meeting, His Excellency the Secretary General of the Arab League praised the role played by the Sultanate to support international peace and stability in the Middle East region and the world. He also stressed on the Sultanate's efforts in terms of understanding and cooperations with various world countries. He further hailed the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, as well as the Sultanate's cooperation and support for the efforts exerted by the Arab League. The meeting also exchanging cordial talks and discussing matters of common concern. The National Defense College hosted His Excellency the Secretary General of the Arab League. His Excellency delivered a lecture on enhancing the national strength of the state in the Arab world, in which he focused on Middle East and global issues, as well as the latest developments in technology and the necessity to keep up with them. He further shed light on the three main points related to security, wise leadership and economy. The lecture session was attended by His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, Major General Salim bin Musallim Qatan, Commander of National Defense College, and a number of officials and senior officers of the Armed Forces, the Royal Oman Police and other security bodies. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Interior, received His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Ali Kuman, Secretary General of the Arab Interior Ministers Council. The visit to the Sultanate comes within the consultations round in a number of Arab countries prior to preparation to the 37th round of the Council of Arab Interior Ministers. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed a number of issues related to joint Arab security work. His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Mohsen al-Shuraiqi, Inspector General of Police and Customs, received His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Ali Kuman, Secretary General of the Arab Interior Ministers Council. The two sides discussed matters of mutual concern, including cooperation between Arab countries, as well as matters concerning the Council's work. The Sultanate witnessed an annular solar eclipse in a rare astronomical phenomenon that had not occurred for more than 100 years. More details is presented in this report. Partial and annular solar eclipse was witnessed in Oman this morning that lasted about 2 hours and 27 minutes. Hundreds of people turned from across the Sultanate to catch a glimpse of the annular solar eclipse. The annular eclipse lasted for approximately 3 minutes in the areas located in the transit path of the annular eclipse, which are the governorates of Al-Zahira, Al-Dakhiliya, Al-Wusta, Al-Sharqiya South, while the rest of the Sultanate witnessed only a partial eclipse. The eclipse phenomenon started at 6:31 a.m. local time and reached a climax at 7:39 a.m., continuing until 8:58 a.m. At the site, general public and specialists were there with their cameras waiting for this extraordinary and one-in-lifetime opportunity to witness the rare sighting of the annular eclipse. After taking all safety precautions and health warnings into consideration, people used special kind of glasses to witness the phenomena as the moon covered the center of the sun, leaving the outer edges of the sun visible and forming a ring of fire. The ring of fire marks the maximum stage of annular solar eclipse. These phenomena attracted scientific research groups to study the sun condition in this rare occasion. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. As the winter season starts, many tourists take the opportunity to explore the Sultanate touristic potentials. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Director General of Education in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate inaugurated today the Educational Studio project. The studio was established within the efforts to stimulate student self-learning and utilize technology in their education. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi was there, and he has this report.
To enhance the educational process, the Directorate General of Education in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate inaugurated the Educational Studio project affiliated to its Science and Technology Center. The project came with the support of OQ Company within the framework of partnership between educational institutions and private sector entities to promote academic activities.
Today we are opening the educational studio here in the Science and Technology Center. The main goals of this studio are to get student involved in science and technology, and to let the student to invent their own knowledge so they can produce their own programs and to implement these programs in the educational process and make the educational process to be more easier.
The Educational Studio is equipped with the latest technical devices in line with the nature of the Science and Technology Center, including a number of high-tech cameras which will boost the quality of recording, editing and production of educational programs.
We think that this studio is a very important addition to the Center of Science and Technology, and it will be a chance for teachers to record videos and lessons that can be shared at schools and which will benefit students and teachers and the society as well.
In addition to this educational studio, the Science and Technology Center includes 7 technical halls, namely the Educational Robot Hall, the Young Innovator Hall, the Interactive Learning Hall, the Nanotechnology Lab, the Artificial Intelligence Lab, Renewable Energy Lab, and the Educational Cinema. With state-of-the-art facilities, this studio will create an environment that is conducive to innovation and interactive learning for learners. Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Wilaya of Nizwa, Al-Dakhiliya Governorate.
Thank you, Saleh. The 13th Oman Honey Market was opened under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Saeed Al-Aufi, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth, at the Muscat Grand Mall yesterday. As many as 62 beekeepers are showcasing some 6.5 tons of the best quality honey at the Oman Honey Market, which runs from December 25th to 28th. The market was organized by the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth in cooperation with the Petroleum Development Oman PDO as part of a series of Omani honey markets organized twice a year. The events are aimed to spread knowledge about indigenous honey and bring together honey producers and consumers. The public establishments for industrial estates, Madain, has signed an agreement with the Minister of Health to establish a medical fitness examination center in the industrial city of Samail. The establishment of the center is part of the efforts to provide all services and facilities within the industrial cities and to reduce pressure on other medical fitness centers. The agreement was signed by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Talib al-Hinai and the Secretary of the Ministry of Health for Planning Affairs, and Hilal bin Hamad al-Hassani, Chief Executive Officer of Madain. The Minister of Information, in strategic partnership with the Public Authority for Radio and Television and Sultan Qaboos University, concluded the activities of the 4th Media Family Forum under the title Our Media is a Renewed Era, under the patronage of His Excellency the Minister of Interior. The forum aims to create harmonious awareness of the Omani media, enhance the relationship between official institutions and media professionals, and provide a human media atmosphere that supports various media efforts and initiatives. His Excellency the Minister of Information announced the allocation of the prize for media proficiency competition in the field of documentaries from next year 2020 and the launch of the Humanization of Media initiative, which comes within the programs of the Sultan Qaboos Declaration for the Humanitarian Projects in cooperation with the Arab Media Forum to the World. His Excellency announced the start of the implementation of 5 media projects that address the establishment Omani principles in a number of areas. In addition, programs for developing media skills for young people will be launched. In the winter season, families and students head towards the open clear season and the long sandy coast. Tourists and residents enjoy their time exploring the marvelous of marine lives while cruising the seas and scuba diving. The youth spend their time exercising or playing football, volleyball and other forms of coastal sports. Others prefer staying at the beach, sunbathing, or simply enjoying the company of their friends and families. The long coasts of Oman offers local and foreign tourists a variety of sea adventures and many destinations to visit and explore. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Excellency, the Secretary General of the Arab League, praises the role played by the Sultanate to support international peace and stability. The Sultanate witnessed an annular solar eclipse in a rare astronomical phenomenon. And the 13th Oman Honey Market showcases Sultanate's best quality product. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television. From the entire news team and myself, we do thank you for joining. I wish you a pleasant evening and good night to all of you.
عزيزي ولي أمر الطالب، بادر إلى تحديث عنوان سكن ابنك، وذلك بإضافة رقم حساب الكهرباء في البوابة التعليمية لسلطنة عمان www.moe.gov.om. مع تحيات وزارة التربية والتعليم. التعداد الإلكتروني للسكان والمساكن والمنشآت 2020 إدارة المعلومات لتنمية مستدامة.
افتح نافذتك الرقمية وانطلق نحو الخدمات الإلكترونية الآلية المتكاملة من خلال نافذة الخدمات البلدية والمائية لوزارة البلديات الإقليمية وموارد المياه إنجاز www.mrmwr.gov.om.